Well, did he take the bait?
He did, and in fact, I've secured our weapon. Thank you.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Do you?
I mean, no, not really, if you must know.
Well, I think that answers your question.
So you don't feel good about yourself either.
Currently, no. I mean, I've died, gone to hell, and am stuck here. So, why would I be in any kind of a good mood, I guess?
Well, welcome to our little slice of hell for you.
We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
I'm just telling you in case you see this cup, there's bourbon in my Dr. Pepper.
Respectable.
It's the only way to go.
So, now that Cadence is back, let's get started. Last we left off, you guys had a little run-in with Count Strahd von Zarovich, where Alden was subsequently killed, thrown into a shallow grave, and then resurrected as a vampire, where he was released of all of his servitude to Strahd aside from what he's allowed to eat. At last you guys saw, Alden was walking off into the forest. And I believe that you decided, specifically Azricus and Elizabeth, decided not to follow after him. Kind of understanding that he may need a moment, having experienced what he did. What would you guys like to do now that you find yourselves in the middle of this town, outside of a church? Strahd, as well as his posse, have left. You now find yourselves alone with but the company of the priest of the church.
Is he actually outside right now?
He is now stood in the doorway.
Okay, that makes sense. What seemed to have been his reaction? I'm sure he saw everything that went down, right?
So he hid in the church, so he saw what happened inside of the church. You guys didn't see his reaction, but he didn't see what happened outside of the church when Strahd buried Alden in a shallow grave. Nor did he see Alden get resurrected.
But if he's standing in the church door right now, did he also just watch Alden walking away into the forest and he's just like, what the fuck?
I'm going to say that based on where the graveyard is, he probably didn't see Alden walking away from the church. So yeah, he only sees the three of you, and it's probably safe to assume that he thinks Alden is dead based on what he saw.
There.
Caelvo very meekly pipes up to the guy. I'm sorry about your son. Just trying to console him and cope with what just happened.
You see kind of like a darkness befall his eyes. I appreciate your apology, my young frog friend, but unfortunately I know not how to cure him of his current ailment. Until then, though, I will make sure that he doesn't turn into the monster that turned himself into this.
Are there any more men of faith in these lands beyond the church in Vallaki?
So there is a very little spoken about here, at least, but I've heard of a convent of monks, which is even further than Vallaki. But your first real run-in with the faith will be in Vallaki, yes.
This order of monks. What faith do they practice?
It is the same faith as the one in Vallaki and the one that used to be practiced here, faith of the Dawnfather.
Where would they be?
So from here, they're essentially directly west of us, maybe a little bit south. But you'll follow the road from Vallaki. You'll go through a couple of other different towns, or even abandoned towns at this point, past Vallaki. You might also run into a couple of different encampments, I believe, and then you will find yourself at the winery. They're quite far from Strahd's reach.
They're in a winery.
Indeed. At least they make wine there. I'm not sure what they really do anymore. We haven't heard from them in many years this far.
Out of character to recap, west of Barovia, there is eventually a winery where there's monks of the Morning Lord, supposedly. Okay, cool.
It's also like potentially a monastery,
Right.
based on the way that you described it. But yeah, eventually, if you keep heading west on the road and like maybe even a little bit of south, you'll eventually hit the monastery.
Thank you for your time.
Indeed. I'm sorry for your friend.
Thank you.
Though, at least Strahd didn't mete out his vengeance on the rest of you. That actually rather surprises me. But I suppose that he is still somewhat of a civil creature.
As long as we didn't get in his way. At this point, Azricus will probably go ahead and turn, and he's going to start heading back to the estate where the siblings should be waiting, I imagine.
Okay, so you guys, you specifically just kind of turn and begin walking away. I'll say that at the point that he sees you kind of turn away, the priest closes the door to the church and somewhat locks himself inside. You don't really know if it's locked or not, but shuts himself inside of the church.
Elizabeth would follow after Azricus for sure.
As you go to turn to follow after Azricus, it's probably, you sat there conversing with the priest for maybe 10 minutes or so. You see a figure in the distance, in the trees, kind of where Alden came from, slowly come into view, and you see a much more pale version of Alden. Perhaps maybe a little bit of a disgusted look on his face as he breaches the tree line.
Elizabeth would duck behind Azricus. Very stealthy like, though, to avoid suspicion.
Stealth.
You're muted.
As I get closer back to you guys, you see that I have a little bit of dirt on my elbows, on the bottom of my tunic. And I rub my hand across my face and then spit onto the ground. Ugh. I care not for the rottenness of rats.
It is an ill fate.
I'm sorry about that. About what happened.
I figured as much, to be honest. It's what I would have done in his shoes.
Caelvo kind of walks up to him meekly and then kind of holds out an arm and is like, will this help? and he's kind of offering himself if that's what you feed on.
Even if I wanted to feed on you, little one, I am cursed to only take the blood from rodents. And I pull from my my tunic, like inside my tunic, 2 rats that I definitely just drank the blood out of before I came out of the trees.
You're like,
Well-
I was just
And then I
looking
put
for
'em back.
somewhere to dispose these.
Perhaps we should keep a few live ones on you.
I think that would be a good idea.
You need to retrieve the dirt as well we must carry.
I picked it up before I went into the
Okay, yeah.
forest.
What's so special about the dirt?
Until I am either made a whole vampire or ultimately cured. In order for me to sleep, I have to have this dirt.
Oh. Like a teddy bear. Okay.
Yep.
Jar of dirt teddy bear. Classic.
Dark way to look at it, but, you know, I agree.
Can't go with sleep. Can't go to sleep without it.
Well, we head back for our escort duty, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
As we leave, I pull from my coat a piece of charcoal, and I toss it to the side and say, well, don't need that anymore.
Caelvo will see someone toss aside a perfectly good piece of charcoal, and he goes and retrieves it and puts it in a bucket.
Oh shit. I think I know what that means.
You may not need it, but Caelvo can use it.
Don't worry,
So-
guys. He can always just grab another burning piece of wood later when he reduces bait.
Yeah. Sure he can.
As you guys move through the streets of this once lively town that is now a shell of its former self, you hear the faint moans of potentially ghosts in the area. You hear the creaks of abandoned doors left swaying with the wind, and you make your way back to the Burgomaster's mansion,
Making your way.
where Irina Kolyana and Ismark the Lesser reside. As you approach the mansion, the wrought iron gates clawing up to the kind of forlorn skies, you see Ismark standing out front, behind him the shadow of Irina, as they see you approaching. Alden, as Irina's eyes kind of fall upon you, you see a small and faint smirk flash across her face before returning to normal.
I hope you guys had a good
Maybe
night's
this
sleep.
will-
Irina kind of raises a brow as you approach. Ismark just nods and says, well, it could have been better, I suppose. I heard some commotion downstairs, but just assumed that it was your party getting comfortable.
Did you get my letter?
Indeed, I did. Remind me what your letter said again.
Good morning. We have stepped out to venture to the church and will be back shortly. We hope. Irina, if you would still like us to help you travel, we can discuss the intricacies when we return. You could also prepare your things if you so choose. Regards, Elizabeth. And I would also like to point out the paper she had was most likely cardstock from her castle, so it has the emblem on it.
Okay. Awesome.
I wanted to see if they recognized it without saying so, basically.
We definitely did receive your letter. However, Irina still hasn't packed her things, unfortunately. He kind of stares back at his sister, who grimaces at him in return. Well, at first I didn't want to go with you, but now that I see that justice has been served, I might feel a little bit more intrigued.
Oh my god.
And you're going the way of Valaki, yes? Towards the west?
That is the plan.
You see her face kind of grow a little bit distant. Any of you that feel like investigating, feel free to throw an insight check for me.
Let's see. And you said insight?
16.
I have 12 plus 4. 16.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I think I accidentally rolled the 1 in here, but I didn't need to do that.
Is it insight or investigation?
Insight specifically. I just used the word investigation poorly, unfortunately.
Oh,
but yeah.
no, that's fine. For Caelvo, it would be a 17.
As did you roll or no?
I did. I got a 9.
Okay. As you can't really read anything on her face, or on Ismark's. To you, they seem trustworthy. It seems like Irina is definitely like happy to you as well. That, assumingly, Alden got what she feels like he deserved. Caelvo, Alden, and Elizabeth, you guys all share in this knowledge that there's something a little off about Irina now. Before, she was a scared woman who was, prideful, obviously, but definitely scared of Strahd, vampires, the land, right? She's on a land full of monsters. There has been something fundamental that has shifted inside of her. And that's all you can pick up.
Okay.
She says, I will pack my things and be ready by midday. And turns. It's pretty close to midday, but you assume that it would probably be around like 30 minutes or so for her to pack her things. And she disappears behind Ismark up the stairs.
Well, the mission's back on at least.
I'm glad that we have a guide to where we need to go.
Alden, buddy, you doing okay back there?
You're muted,
You're
sweet
muted.
love.
I am that I am. He's kind of brutish.
We'll figure this out, okay?
Ismark kind of looks you up and down, Alden. There seems to be a bit of a story here. Mind filling me in on what happened?
Strahd promised to bring my father back from being in the in-between to just being dead. And unfortunately that had a little bit of a price. It was a big price. But also he was very angry And I just wanted to leave.
That was Strahd? I didn't know that was the Strahd.
That was definitely the Strahd,
Oh
little
my
trumpet.
god!
Do you know how bad my knees were shaking?
Oh my Thora! Mine too!
Wasn't my first run-in with the man.
No. Your first run in, you hit him in the face.
With a stick.
I just
You
about
know.
pissed myself. That guy was fucking so very scary.
I think we're 1-1 now.
You call what happened to you just a 1? You hear Mark say from the background.
Azricus like, ugh.
Sir, I don't know if you've looked in a mirror lately, but you do not look very good.
I
You do,
pull
in
back
fact,
out
look
one of the
undead.
rats and suck the rest of the blood out of it and then throw it into the bushes.
It's temporary. We're working on it.
Considering what he's been through, he looks better than he could.
And are you sure that he like sees you suck the blood from the rat? It kind of like obviously now kind of fully coming into picture for him as to what exactly you are now. You're sure that he's not a servant of Strahd? You know how this works, right?
He was given free will and has to feed off of the rats.
This is Strahd's revenge. So
Yes.
that he could keep playing with Alden as well as us.
But we're
Wow.
working on a cure, so... Sorry.
You see him kind of raise an eyebrow at you, Caelvo. And how's that going?
Well, I'm just initially collecting data. We're not in any sort of testing phases yet, but, gotta explore the land more and find more stuff, I'm sure.
We have to go around and fight a few people and earn some badges and then fight one big guy because he's the gym master or something.
You see Alden kind of out of the corner of his eye as Mark continues to like keep an eye on you. And like when Caelvo or Azricus or Elizabeth speak, right, he like pays attention to them, but there's always kind of like a moment where he darts his eyes over to you to watch you. There's definitely a sense of unease about him now. Even though he seemingly believes your party and believes that you do have free will, this is all, just like it is for all of you guys, relatively new territory for him. Strahd rarely leaves beings their willpower when he decides to make the move that he did against you. Well, I suppose for your travels you will need a bit of money and some resources, yes. Do you feel like you have everything that you need?
We'll take any kind of help that you're willing to give us, to be honest. I did not come to this land very prepared.
Okay.
I have seemingly lost any and all connection to my magic, so can I take some plate armor from one of these mannequins that you have here?
Plate armor, Mr. Alden? You see him kind of look. Indeed, you may. If it can fit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a weapon for you to use if you're looking for something more than a quarterstaff. I imagine without your
think
magic you must be less potent.
for now, I'll hold on to the stick. And if I find a weapon later, then
I've got a sickle you could use.
Well,
that's fine.
And
Periwimple's
some daggers.
in town does have items that you might be interested in. One of the few places left standing after Strahd's revenge.
I fear letting anyone there know what I am.
Perhaps
Wait,
one of your friends could go browse the selection.
town? Yeah, is there like magic there too?
Um, there may be magic. There's definitely components that you may need for magic there. You may find a scroll there, though I do warn you. If you find something as rare as a magic scroll in that man's shop, he is 100% going to try to rip you off.
Well,
The prices will be astronomical.
That's good to know.
Well, I don't have
He-
a big pocketbook, but
I'm surprised
So
there's
that's
any
like-
commerce in this town at all.
Yeah, does like one gold piece like feed your whole life for like a year or?
Oh.
For most people here, yes, but not for him. You will find his prices are quite astronomical, and my family and I are really the only ones who can shop there, but he gouges us all the same.
Very nice. Maybe I can talk some sense into this man.
but
Might
yeah,
be
I'd love
best
to
you
see it.
go.
Um,
I think you'll need a bit of hand with the haggling.
good sir, he says, now speaking to you, Alden, would you maybe like some, I don't know, things to try to cover up your complexion? I'm sure that Irina has something to help.
I take a bag from my backpack, cut 2 slits in it for eye holes, and put it on.
You're definitely making a statement.
Well, I suppose that helps at least a little bit.
I'll
You
let
see
them
Ismar kind of
take
chuckle a
their
little bit.
guesses.
Yes, I'm sure. In the meantime, I definitely advise that you visit Periwimple's shop before Irina is ready. Like I said, there's potentially magic components there for you, if needed. Once again, he will absolutely gouge you, but your friend here, he kind of gestures to Elizabeth now, seems at least somewhat well off. Surely you have at least a little bit of money on you.
I look to Elizabeth.
It kind of depends.
What's funny is I rolled for gold at the start.
Hmm.
I have a fuckload of gold.
Well, you were paid by Elizabeth's family,
Yeah.
so you, like, being the, like,
was a
precious... being, like, the precious, like, princess, like, daughter of the noble, right? Elizabeth probably isn't in the, like, fashion of carrying money. But, like, as an Alden, for sure, like, were paid before the battle started, so I doubt that you just, like, buried your money somewhere.
I've got 30 gold,
Azricus wasn't
and
paid.
I have a garnet worth 50 gold and a bottle of whiskey, but I don't know how much that's worth.
I've got 2 silver.
Holy, yeah, you got ripped off.
Az
see,
didn't get
hold on.
paid. His organization got paid.
How much? How
Let me
much
go
we
back
want
to
to make
my...
a bottle of whiskey
Hold
so
on.
I know for in the future? It's
The
from
bottle
the
of whiskey.
it's from the bar that we hung that guy outside of.
I don't actually know how much that would be worth realistically, so give me a moment.
I have
5
120 gold pieces.
Might be able to get
five
yourself
gold
a
for the
decent
whiskey
weapon.
and 75 gold for the horse. That's the 80 gold that Doc was shot over.
That's true.
I've got 7 gold worth of stuff to trade and or sale. I've got the rusty locket was 2 gold and a bent silver ring for 5 gold.
I think I have. Oh no, I don't have anything else. I don't think. I thought I had a silver sword, but I think I might have given it. That might have been the other
You-
one.
I think you did have a silver sword and you gave it to Alden.
I think so too. Do you have a silver sword?
No, you gave me a silver dagger, is what it
Someone
was.
definitely got the silver sword, though. I would be
That's right.
surprised if it wasn't
I'm not sure
Azricus.
about the dagger.
Yeah. Give the lycanthrope the silver weapon.
Well, Caelvo, and I don't think he spent any of it, has 100 shell marks.
You have 100 seashells in your pocket.
Well, it's actual currency where he comes from, so it's translated. It's 100 gold, but he doesn't know how well the
does-
economy will be here.
Is it like actual gold, or is it just like...
No, and I think I sent you a link at one time. It's actual, I think sand dollars sanded down in a certain way. It's actual seashell shell marks with designs on them in the form of like currency.
You know, I heard the market return is really good on them.
I'm gonna say that like it depends on the trader that you're talking to with the shell marks, right? If the trader is interested, and I'll roll per trader based on like what their kind of predisposition is. It depends on like how much they care about them, right? It's one thing
Yeah.
if they're like actual gold, but being that they're like sanded down like seashells with designs on them, it really depends on the person.
I bet this guy would probably really only care about things he can use and sell. And I don't think he's going to be selling tourist goods.
No, this guy's like a legit rip-off artist. Like,
Yeah.
I
He's
highly
selling,
doubt he cares about shell marks.
selling crowbars for like 30 gold or 40 gold. It's like a
He'd
2
give
gold
you, like-
item.
Penny on
You're-
the dollar.
Your whiskey's worth 5, by the way.
Okay, cool. Thank
I was right. Carved scallop tokens. That's what they are.
Oh, I'll give the silver ring to Elizabeth to try and barter with as well. It's worth about 5 gold.
It burns it burns your hand as you place it in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Me getting paid every time 2 silver by my organization.
Yeah.
Why do we accept silver?
That's funny.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to. Do we know exactly what we're looking for? I mean, I know what I'm looking for on the side, but.
It's the only other light coming from the town other than the tavern.
No, he was asking what he was buying from. What they're looking to buy from this place.
Yeah, I don't really. The only thing I need would be like rations, and we already have a couple of those.
If they have any weaponry for Alden. Do you have preference, Alden?
He has a bag over his
Something-
head, so I suppose he'll be able to shop, right?
Similar to a quarterstaff, but maybe with a sword on the end or something. I don't know.
Well, you want to come see what options they have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like tighten the bag around my head so that there's no risk of the wind blowing it off.
Or a cleric ripping it off.
Do you have a hood or something?
No.
I have a cloak. You can use my cloak. That
I
way-
put on the cloak,
the
keep the bag
backpack is-
on, and put the...
Yeah, I was
cloak
like, that
hood
way
up.
at least the backpack is less noticeable.
No, and this is a better image of that is literally a man with a bag on his head.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Just one eye holder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys eventually set off for the
Sure.
only trading post really in town that's left up. It's pretty easy to spot in the city. Like I said, most of the city is pretty cleared out. A lot of the homes are abandoned. There is still smoke coming off of the chimney of the tavern. The fire there is still going, even though it hasn't been tended. Though It is much lesser than when you came in to town, for example, when it was actively being tended. And you can quite clearly see the trading post as you kind of begin your walk through town. On your way there, you once again see what appears to be like movement in windows out of the corner of your eyes. Around corners, you see what you could swear is a person standing there, and then the moment you go to actually look and see if there's someone there staring at you, they're gone. Inevitably, you make your way to the trading post, where you come across a small, even like shorter than Caelvo man with a rather large top hat, a mustache, and a monocle, and an extremely large, brutish oaf of a man with absolutely no hair on his head. He's muscular, but also heavier set. So, you can tell him with his arms and his forearms. The man has a lot of strength behind him, but he does have a bit of a gut on him. The smaller man sees you approaching, takes off his top hat, and kind of tips it at you. Well, hello there. How are you doing today? Welcome to Periwimple's Wonders.
Wonderful. Glad to be here. We've come because we've heard about you and want to see your wares.
Well, you've heard of Periwimple, have you? You hear that? And he kind of like elbows the larger man, who kind of looks down. What? They've heard of you. They've heard your name, Periwimple. Oh, that's great. He kind of like, the larger man of the two kind of like stumbles off and goes and finds something to do, while the shorter man looks at you with a rather shrewd and discerning look. Well, and you, like, he kind of gestures in front of him. There's like some wares on a table in front of him, and there's like tables to the side. This is very much like a traveling salesman. He doesn't necessarily like set up shop here. There's no like large building that he's a part of or anything like that. There are 2 donkeys, followed by a like rather large kind of like carriage that has like storage space in it, and then on either side of him are also tables of stuff kind of like strewn about, and in the table that sat directly in front of him, that now is sat directly in front of you guys as well, is definitely the like higher end stuff that you can see there. You see basic things from like rope to jewelry to like an assortment of kind of like crude iron weapons, ranging from like scimitars to just like a basic kind of short sword, daggers, things of that nature. You see a like, go ahead.
Are there price tags on anything?
Absolutely not.
That's what
You
I
see a like rather large gallon of something, but it's kind of like a large clay gallon with a cork on the top of it. And yeah, as you kind of browse around, let me see if I can get you a list of what's actually in this shop, so I don't have to say it all.
Is it an oily substance?
You can't tell what's in there. You'd have to ask him about it.
I'm thinking
It's
there's
like
just this big clay pot of baby oil in the back corner.
I mean, it could be some straight Diddy stuff. You don't know.
Does he have any elephants for sale?
Other than the large elephant that made his way off of you, no. Other than Periwimple himself. But I'm sure he would sell Periwimple if he really wanted.
I don't know if there's anything I need. Lamp, oil, yeah, no bedroll, no water. So I need both of them.
How much for the scroll of Raised Dead?
You see him kind of like run his fingers through his mustache a little bit, eyeing the scroll and then eyeing you kind of up and down. Well, for the man with a bag on his head, I suppose that I could do 200 gold pieces. I forgot a scroll, by the way.
Oh.
accurate to presume I've done some shopping before?
Yeah, for sure. You've definitely
You're good
bartered.
at spending money.
I'm good at spending money. Ooh, is that so true? I love spending money. Okay, anyway. I love shopping, but besides that, um, can I insight check this man to see if he's giving us what he believes is a fair price?
Yeah.
Okay, I just gotta go back to that page real quick.
That's
Okay,
not
that's a
an
+4.
awful
He's a
price.
traveling salesman. You think you were gonna get a good deal?
That's a 16.
Yeah, even with a 5, you would have been able to tell that he's like absolutely trying to rip you off. He knows it. He doesn't care if you know it.
Is there a way to know by how much?
That would take you understanding the like price of the specific item you're asking for.
Roll
Okay.
a commerce check.
I want to make him an offer, but I don't know that I would know what a good offer for that would be. And I
He
know,
said 200 gold?
yeah,
Yeah,
he said
200 gold
200
pieces.
gold. Okay,
Um,
so
Ray's dead?
For Raised Dead, I apologize. That's wrong. I was thinking of Shatter because I thought you guys were going to ask for that. No, for Raised Dead, the actual price is 200 or 2,500 gold pieces.
That sounds more accurate. Yeah.
what?
200 for Raised Dead is insane. That is a 5th level spell.
Never mind. I
Yeah,
do not
for-
intervene.
For Shatter, it's 250 gold pieces. And then for Raised Dead, it's 2,500, which is still like not a bad deal, but
Still very expensive.
yeah, for people in this realm, it's definitely expensive.
What about this scroll of sleep and 100 shell marks for your shatter?
He kind of looks at the green frogman that he's never seen before, but he understands a shrewd deal when he gets one. Let me see one of those shell marks.
Yeah. And I'll have to, I don't know, oh, that's why.
You know, I heard the Waterdeep Exchange rates them at 2.5 gold per piece.
Well, good friend, maybe you can take them to the Waterdeep Exchange.
What's a Waterdeep?
And then you can bring me back the gold pieces.
And spend them on my beautiful wares.
Exactly.
One of the D&D campaigns we were in, there was this like crazy salesman that we kept bumping into, and I tried to make friends with him. And he was always like, you can't come in the shop. Like, if you pass by this point in the shop, something bad's gonna happen. And I was like, no, but like, we're best friends. And at the end of the campaign, I was like, nah, man, like, we're best friends. Like, we just did all this shit, and like, you were always there for us. And I go in to give him a hug or something. And I get cursed with being one of him, which is this traveling salesman that just pops up and have wares from all sorts of different dimensions and stuff like that.
You see, he was your friend and tried to keep you from that fate.
Yeah, he did. And the funny part about it is the character I played thought it was awesome. That was the best thing that could have happened to them. They were so
Perhaps
excited for that.
you guys would be interested in dream cakes.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
No,
delicious.
no, thank you.
I can't hear you, sweet love.
Say no
Do
to
any of the
drugs,
wares-
sir.
Do any of the
That's
wares
right.
in here obviously seem to have come from people that have died?
Oh yeah,
Like
a lot of
scavenged
them.
from bodies? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Nice.
There's like
Got some blood
still on
stains
some
on
of
the leather.
weapons. Yeah, exactly. Like in
Gotcha.
one of the, for example, like a leather tunic that you see, there is like literally a hole where it looks like a spear or like a sword was driven through it.
How much would a bedroll and a water skin cost me?
He goes to the bedroll, kind of inspects it a little bit.
And I
You see
didn't
him,
see a
like-
tent, but do they have a tent?
Did I put a tent there? Yeah, he's got a tent.
Okay, I'm gonna add a tent on there.
Are you typing up what a shell mark looks like, Ken?
I'm trying to find the information for you because
All good.
I've got it listed somewhere.
So I did a roll, and I can guarantee if you want to save time, he does not care. The scroll of sleep I'll take for 50 gold pieces, and then I'll still need the remaining 200 for the shadow scroll. And then he moves to you, Elizabeth. You see him kind of like adjust his monocle a little bit. The water skin will be 15 pieces. The bedroll, you see him kind of inspecting it, seeing how good of quality it is. I'm gonna say for a bedroll, for a lady of your stature, 30 gold pieces.
And what about the tent?
Oh, the tent is definitely at least 100 gold pieces. I won't part with it for less. A wandering party such as yourselves definitely need a bedroll, tent, water skin, and that scroll of shatter, though.
How much did? Wait, did you find a sword or something that you wanted?
How much for some silver?
You see him kind of look you up and down. What do you need the silver for, my boy?
To protect ourselves on our way to Vallaki.
Traveling on the road to Vallaki, are you, my weird masked friend? Say, under that mask, your eyes look a little weird, I must say.
In other news, do you have masks too? Because like I don't want to be associated with this right now. You know, like it's a fucking bag.
Is he ugly or something? Is that why he wears the
He
mask?
was horribly
I hold up my
scarred in an
hands.
accident.
And I show all the burns on my hands and then on my legs, and I'm like, I am burned beyond your understanding.
Ooh.
He was horribly scarred in an accident.
You see him kind of look at you like a little disgusted, just like it's one of those things where the thought, like the theater of mind is worse than it actually is, probably. And he's just like, oh, I'm so sorry, my boy, but you won't get any pity from me. And
Oh, shit.
I want to put the charm on the man, okay? I want to influence him with my words to give
Pushing up
us
an
a
Eldritch
good
Blast?
deal. So
okay,
I want to
give
make
me.
what all do we want?
So
I put for me, I want the bedroll, water skin, and tent.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
don't
know
worry
that
about the
Caelvo
scroll
won't
of shadow
share.
right now.
Okay, Caelvo,
I think you should throw it in.
Well, no,
For
he
the
doesn't have the
persuasion.
money for it, and I'm still trying to find the. I don't know where this is at. But I'll
Throw it in,
withdraw
Elizabeth.
the scroll of shatter for now. That way, we reduce the price.
I don't know if it's me or Azricus that's more tempted to try and swipe one of the spell scrolls.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say,
I-
Azricus, like as you, the thought even just crosses Az's mind. You feel, you know that like feeling when the hair stands up on the back of your neck, and there's something watching you. As the thought crosses your mind, your eyes look up to the like towering man Periwimple just staring at you. Though, persuasion is always an option. Or sleight of hand, deceit.
I have a
Feints.
+6 to persuasion.
So here's what I'll say you guys should do. Gather all the items you want, include the Scroll of Shatter, by the way. I will give you a price, and then I'll let you roll persuasion to see how far you bring him down.
Okay.
Let me also
How much
share some information about the currency that he's got. I found what I was looking for.
How much was the shatter again?
250.
250.
Which he'll give us
plain-
50 for the scroll of sleep.
I think sleep might be a better.
Well,
Shatter's pretty strong.
it's limited based on hit points, and Shatter is a better damaging spell anyway.
And you're facing a fair amount of undead. Keep that in mind.
Which you
Yeah.
can't make them sleep.
No,
Elizabeth
yeah,
would
I was
really
thinking
want a
about that.
10, but Caitlin can force Elizabeth not to have it. So I only have like 50 coins. Let me go back. What was that? I did find it.
Yeah, and I don't know
I'll
how
say
much I would get on my shell marks. Probably
Yeah,
not
Ismark
much.
I'm
gave
thinking that
you-
he's not gonna take your shells.
I'll say that Ismark gave you 100 before leaving as like part of your quest to take Irina to Volaki. It's like payment.
No, the money I have was that. We already accounted for it.
Never mind then.
I don't remember how much it was, but I remember adding it to my account because I was like, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget.
Well,
Yeah.
you said that you have like 30, so just throw it up to 100. And then that's how much you have to barter with.
Double check what it is. I just
But yeah, they're carved scallop shells in intricate designs.
You see him kind of like eyeing the shell marks.
It's tradable in Kelpwood if you ever stop by. I'll see about getting you a discount there if I see you.
I'll give you a silver piece for one of them. I don't want any more though.
Okay. Go trade one for a silver piece.
Okay, you see him kind of like
Honestly-
take out a silver piece and like bite the side of it and then give it to you.
Okay. Thank you for biting it. He'll give the shell mark.
You should do the same with the shell mark. He kind of like points at it and then back to you.
He gently gums the shell mark and then gives the gooed gum back to him.
You see like disgust cross his face as you like obviously like slobbered on it.
Did not take a little bit longer than that.
I would like to say Elizabeth is watching everything this man does very carefully. She does not like getting screwed over. How am I feeling about this exchange?
You feel like currently you're gonna get ripped off, but
Oh.
that like there's potentially a chance that you don't if you persuade him to not rip you off.
You don't have anything to persuade him.
Well,
Just
he's like
your flowery words and
he's
elegance. you know?
amenable to negotiation, right? He's not telling you like these prices are just like unmovable, except for the 10. He told you that like 100 is as low as he'll go. But you like, I'll say roll insight actually. Let's see how much you understand him.
Okay, let me go back. I think it's +4. Yep. Okay, please be good. That's a 15. I got 11 +4.
I think you understand that like words are just words to this guy, and at the end of the day, money speaks, and he like is open and willing to barter with you. But he's like obviously gonna try to rip you off if you're willing to pay his like asking price.
Gotcha.
I also give you that ring worth 5 gold.
That's true.
That totally magical ring.
We haven't stopped to take a look at it yet, have we?
No, we did. I think we had Caelvo. I cast Detect Magic, and neither of them were magic or something similar to that.
Okay.
Or Identify, I don't remember.
You don't know if he has the ability to identify though.
Correct.
Mhm.
Just detect magic.
Okay, so you
Okay,
did
and
detect
all
magic.
we want is
No,
shatter.
I mean, like, if
Well,
The
I can
guy.
put back shatter to save money. I mean, it should be fine.
We're gonna like try and lie to the
How
guy, tell him
much?
the ring is magical. He's gonna bust out the wizard spell book. We're like, oh shit.
yeah,
Okay, well now I've got to roll for that because that's definitely something I would want to do. Okay, I'm
Do
Elizabeth
what?
is a
serious.
thrill seeker.
I would. I love fucking it up, dude. Okay,
Elizabeth has basically been banned from every shop in her own city.
even though her family like owns them.
the bad
Honey, you
next
gotta
one.
quit selling our butter knives as, enchanted daggers, honey. You know?
The bad one won. So,
Oh boy.
let me add everything up to real quick. Okay, 100 plus 250 plus 250 minus 150. Okay. I have $100. There's 50 for sleep. Is anybody else paying towards what this is right now?
I got 2 silver pieces.
I think you're good, buddy. You hold on to your 2 silver pieces. What does this ring look like? How convincing?
It is a
this gonna have to
bent.
be?
It is a janky bent silver ring.
Yo, bro, this shit's magic.
Oh, dude. Check this shit out. When you put this on,
Whenever
you're
you wear
invisible.
this ring, no, whenever you wear this ring, you have extraordinary confidence.
That could work. But does it look $215 nice?
While you're figuring that out, I'm gonna ask him, how much would it cost for you to silver a sword for us?
Am I providing the silver, or are you?
You would provide the silver,
And how large is the sword?
just the regular size sword.
So, like a normal short sword?
Yeah, or like a scimitar, for example.
Well, I mean, it can vary based on the size of the scimitar, but I think that I could have old Periwimple back there whip up something. I tell you what, I would do silvering a sword for 300 gold pieces, including labor and silver, or I will silver a sword for you for 100 gold pieces, or the scimitar, whatever you want to call it, and you complete a task for me.
What's the task, Magic Man?
You know that priest up there in the church?
That I do.
Jesus, she owes me $20.
He for a long time, while the town was still vibrant, warded his patrons off of me, and even now, anybody who asks him, he tells them to not come and shop my wares of sin. Go and kill him for me.
A life is worth well beyond the cost to silver my sword. So,
Is that
That's a
priest's
no
life
from
worth
me.
200 gold pieces to you?
not to me, per se, but I do believe that his life is worth more than 200 gold pieces.
Well then, that's totally fine. I'll say that I could do it for 350 gold pieces then.
Okay. Well, I got 120 gold pieces to my name. So, there you go.
Okay, well, madam, did you have an offer for me?
if you'll see this ring right here, and I post up my hand with the
Yes.
ring on it.
See him, he like takes your hand, but it's not like softly, right? He's not taking your hand like a gentleman
Yeah.
would. He's like very much inspecting it. He like kind of adjusts his monocle as he's like looking at it.
It has a very rare enchantment. It boosts one's confidence extremely well.
He pulls your hand close and is like really, really inspecting it now. And there's like a moment where he kind of like smells it a little bit. No, I need you to roll persuasion.
Okay.
I see him smell and I fart next to him.
Alright, I believe I have a +6 to this. Let me double check.
Definitely necrotic magic on that.
Yep, I got a +6, so let's see what we get on the dice.
It's of the
Come
hells.
on, baby, get me a Yahtzee. Fuck. That's so sad. I rolled a 9, and I got a +6. So
15? That's bad.
15,
15.
is that what you said?
That's not bad.
No, yeah, that's not bad.
Not what I want to do. I wanted to slap my dick out on him, dude. I wanted him to like bow down to the feel that I had just, you know.
You wanted the confidence from that ring to really.
I wanted the
exist.
confidence from the ring to make it seem like, holy shit, I have
You
to
try to
have
Warhammer
it, you know?
work it.
You
I
give
tell
like
you
an
what,
awkward wink.
I like your gumption. I don't know if this is magically enchanted or not, and I will have to wait until I speak with someone who can identify the magic on it. However, because I like your gumption and I trust you, I'll give you 50 gold pieces for it. Even though it smells like undead shit over here because your friend fought it.
Can vampires fart?
I mean, the blood had to go somewhere, right?
Okay, Caelvo. Shatter is like way too expensive. We can't
I
afford
told
that
you,
shit.
put it back. It's
You
okay.
guys haven't tried to barter with him to come down on the price, though. You're just trying to hype your own prices up.
But now you doubled down and you try and get him to
Well,
drop
the
his
problem
prices.
is- Caitlin doesn't know how to haggle, but Elizabeth should know how to haggle.
That's why you leave it up to the fate of the die, and you just tell me what you want the price to come down to, and roll your persuasion.
Okay.
The crazier the price, the higher the DC will be on your persuasion.
Okay, I want to get everything for...
We can make
we
up
get
after your dice roll, like what you say, by the way, as well. So you don't have to worry about, like,
I
if
have
what you
a
said is good enough.
100. Caelvo, you have that thing that's 50, so I'm just gonna add that into the price.
And then you get
And
another
then-
50 for the
And I
ring,
get another 50 for the ring. Okay,
plus
so
anything
that's
that Alden's willing to throw in.
200, because I'm not gonna ask him for money.
You look at my coin purse, and then you just glance up and you see like, you know that Morrigan thing, or yeah, the Morrigan who is that? Mordred, the Mordred emote with the star red eyes, as he's like looking back. That's what you see.
And you see nothing else because it's all behind the bag.
Yeah.
It's just his eyes staring at you.
I would like everything for $200. That
Roll.
is my $100, the 50 for the ring, and the 50 for the sleep.
Okay, and you want, just to be clear, you want shatter, this water skin, bedroll,
And the tent.
and the tent for
Uh-huh.
200 gold pieces.
Yeah, so the prices that you said that they were, that is $395.
Okay.
But I want
Like a
them for
50%,
200.
basically.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Okay. Come on, dice, don't fail me now, please. Please work. We're never gonna be able to afford things if this doesn't work.
The con has been long.
Okay, that's 15. And then what was it again?
21.
6.
Plus
Yeah,
6. Yeah.
15 plus 6.
Okay. On a 21, you sat here haggling with this rather shrewd salesman. Seem to have hit a soft spot in him somehow. It's even kind of unknown to you how, but he went from haggling with Azricus, Caelvo, and Alden, and being pretty firm and like quite shrewd, to with you, seemingly, he seems to be giving a lot more than you expected. I'll do 200 for all of that.
Great.
Little do we know, 35 years ago, he had his origin story scamming another market dealer with a broken ring.
That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna write up the check 1 second. Caelvo. Shatter. So, yeah, this is basically that. That's the math. Okay, sweet. Now I have somewhere to sleep.
And we got the Shatter Scroll.
Very true.
And
I
I
thought
don't
we
think
put
you
that
guys
back.
have a tent, but
No, she
depending on how
haggled down
big
to
it
the
is,
shadow.
I'll let
Oh,
you
okay.
guys sleep in the tent with me. That way you don't have to sleep in the cold. You can-
Yeah, it is Elizabeth's tent, though, so if you piss her off, you get to sleep out in the cold.
Exactly. So don't fucking piss me off. Inaugurally, though, I will be sleeping in the tent alone tonight.
You will all sleep out on the cold, hard ground. I will take all of your bedrolls,
You
too.
can all sleep on the cold ground like the peasants that you are.
Azricus has had enough of sleeping in tents in his life. He's fine.
This is
Alden's like, I
comfortable.
literally fucking died. What do you mean?
I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm gonna have to like edit things, but yeah, if that works, then I personally think that I would just hand him my money, hand him the ring, shake his hand, and fucking leave. I don't need anything else.
he takes the ring and kind of bites it with like his molars a little bit to like see if it's real metal, which it is. You guys didn't rip him off in that scenario. And you see he like kind of happily tucks it away in a pouch along with the rest of the 200 gold pieces. Money in the pocket is always better than in my enemy's pocket. As Periwimple comes over now, the like rather large kind of brutish man, let me help, and he like folds up the tent a little bit, like ties it off, and then hands it, I'm assuming probably to Azricus, considering that Az is like the largest in your party. And yeah, at that point, he kind of like almost in a way like shoos you away. Come on, bud, we're gonna go get this ring appraised. As they like kind of go ahead.
As like the party kind of leaves, I go to try and like talk to him by myself to make my own deal.
Okay. They're like, as you're talking to him, by the way, they're like still kind of like packing up, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How can I help you, good sir?
So how about the 100 gold? I throw in not to kill the priest, but I'll teach him a great lesson. I'll make sure that he knows that he wronged you.
What is it that you have against killing someone?
I just have it against killing him. I can take something else.
Would you kill someone else for me if I asked?
Who is it? And what have they done to wrong you?
Well, you see, there is an encampment of Vistana that you'll come upon. It's at a crossroads to Vallaki. I'm assuming that they will tell you to go there. If you're traveling to Vallaki, it's kind of a kind of a tourist stop almost. There's an older lady there that reads your future and tells your fortune, and she's said to be 900 years old. Well, she read my future and told me that I would live a long and happy life with a great wife and a beautiful woman by my side, and it has yet to come. I want you to kill that old bitch for me.
Do I get the sword first, or how are we doing this?
I will be able to give you the silvered sword in between here and Vallaki. It will take time, obviously, to coat the sword in silver. Periwinkle is good, but he's not exactly fast if you've taken a good look at him here recently. So I tell you what. When I hear that the deed is done, outside of the encampment, I will provide you the sword. Which is, the encampment is about a quarter of the way to Vallaki, so you'd have it for the majority of the journey. Unless you wanted to stay in town for a couple more days, in which case then I could give you the sword.
I don't know. I mean, you still have a good amount of left on your life. I don't know if I would say that her. Have you ever thought that maybe if you started giving people honest deals, that maybe you'd find the right person? Is that?
How am I gonna find
Potentially
the
on
right person if I'm fucking broke?
Well, you never know.
Have you
Love
seen
is its
me?
own currency.
He's like up
I
to your knee.
think-
Have you seen me?
I think the man has a point.
Listen not to her. She is a wench.
Scathing.
I did work at the tavern for a while.
I'm sure you did. Anyways, let these men do business, please. All right. What if I like kind of get closer to him, like ear level, and I like whisper to him, "What if I killed the priest's son instead?"
His son is dead.
I know for a fact he is not, as I have seen him.
You see him as he kind of continues doing what he's doing, obviously, in thought. His eyes kind of have, they're kind of like staring through things right now, as he's obviously just kind of fucking thinking about what he wants to do. I tell you what, since you're so bent on killing only this one person, which I don't understand why, I'll give you a second option. The Kolyanoviches have something in their possession that I believe belongs to me. If you steal it from their home, and before you leave, come and give it to me, I will make sure that by the time you reach the Vistana encampment, or the crossroads thereof, that you have the silvered sword. Or scimitar, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Deal. And I reach out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand at knee level, and it kind of like even causes you to kind of like arch your back down a little bit to kind of get down there to him. Yeah. Okay,
That
then.
guy was Rumpelstiltskin and you just sold your soul to the devil.
Where is the scimitar? I can get Periwinkle working on it now.
Azricus, I'll take that scimitar.
All right. Take it off my belt and toss it over in its sheath.
I also need the 100 gold pieces up front.
I mean, if we're gonna be between you and me going on our deal here, you said get this item from the Gleeanoviches, and I'll give you the silvered sword, and that's when we shook. But
Okay,
I'll give you
tell
the.
what. You can give me the stolen item, or it's my item that was stolen from me. If you give me that item, I will then have the work started before you leave. And then, upon delivery of the sword, you give me the 100 gold pieces.
Deal, I'll take that.
Understood. I don't know where it is in their home, But what you're looking for is a gold. It's a golden brooch, but the silver piece, or not the silver, the piece inside, the centerpiece of the brooch, is a rather large crimson ruby. So there's like a golden design around it. I don't know if they've done anything with that or just taken the ruby out of it. But you're looking for a rather large ruby, essentially. And it was in
Okay.
the form of a brooch when it was stolen from me.
Okay. I write all that down in my journal.
Okay. He takes the scimitar and hands it to Periwinkle, who puts it into the back of their cart, and then you hear him kind of like whisper a couple of commands to Periwinkle, assuming about the scimitar, and Periwinkle just like very slowly nods. Okay. And then you guys make your way back to the Kolyanoviches, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way through the haunted city.
Azricus kind of falls back to Alden and goes, "Did you sell my scimitar?"
No,
Because all he saw is he just saw you hand it over.
they're gonna silver it for me.
What? How
Yeah,
much did it cost?
100 gold, and I gotta steal some shit from these rich assholes.
That's a steep price.
Well, I'm not gonna steal it from him. I'm just gonna ask him for it. He didn't say how I had to get it.
And tell them we need it for the journey.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it's probably a family heirloom or something like that, though. Like,
Well,
You need
it's
their
about to not
fairly,
be.
you need their family heirloom for traveling to Vallaki. It's a
Yes.
survival thing. You wouldn't understand.
it's a
Well,
survival thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, what's that? That's perfect for the component that our friend needs for his spell.
Are you saying that my great grandmother's brooch, that was handcrafted by her husband on the morning of Christmas Eve 12 years ago?
Yep, and it's consumed by the casting. Sorry.
Not
Okay,
12 years ago. It'd be so much longer, man.
As you guys
100 years
arrive
ago?
at the mansion, you find a ready and waiting Irina with an Ismark there. His hands both kind of clasped together. Did you guys get what you needed?
Are either of them wearing the brooch?
No, neither of them are.
I go
I
up
get what I
to
needed.
I go up to the guy and I'm like, well, we got almost everything that we needed. You see, we were given a deal that involves something of yours. And I described to him the brooch with the gem.
You see his eyes kind of dart to Irina, who at this point is just like hates you so fucking much.
You're the worst, dude.
You
She
absolutely
give
hates
a
you.
cannot have the ruby brooch. I refuse. You can't have it. I
Well,
don't
I mean,
care
to be-
what you traded.
I tried to say
To be
something
fair, it's
about it.
not me that needs it. It's for Azricus' sword.
And I still don't care. You can't have it. Do you know how much this is worth?
I really don't. No.
Probably priceless.
Well, to be fair, all we
so-
need is the ruby. You can keep the brooch.
Yes, the brooch is hardly worth much. She pulls out what is like a fist-sized like ruby brooch. This thing is like almost tacky. It's like so large. Okay. Do you understand this thing's worth?
Well, you see, right now it's worth a whole lot of nothing to anybody, and
It's
to
worth
them
something to
it's
me.
worth a sword. I understand, and your life is too, right? We need a silver sword for us to get there safely.
Do you think that after what you experienced today, Count Strahd would actually hurt me?
Yes.
My brother
Yeah.
feels that the monsters would hurt me, but I don't think that they would, especially after what I saw happen. I think Strahd might actually be a just man.
If that's what passes for justice in this land, this is truly a land that is lost.
Okay, if you don't think you're gonna get hurt, why don't you just walk there by yourself?
Well, I planned on going as far as the crossroads with you.
And then you're going what, to the castle? To go see Strahd?
You know, I haven't quite decided yet.
Well,
We'll be glad to take you to the crossroads. I'm sure it'll be a safe time for everybody, right?
Indeed, but you can't have my brooch.
yes, but listen, when you get back to the castle, you can just have Strahd get it back for you.
But you offered him something that wasn't yours, you rude, rude man.
I did not offer him anything. He asked me to get something.
And did you
I'm
give him
simply
the
asking.
I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him, and he wouldn't listen to me.
I like to imagine that not only is Caitlin obviously eating right now, but that like Elizabeth is like munching on a baguette or something.
I also like to imagine that as well.
He had some bagels with cream cheese.
Yeah. It's like, you know,
Hard
a
to do.
little snack before the road. You see, it wasn't your item to offer though. Or even he asked, but you agreed. No?
Yes, and I could have just tried to steal it from you, and instead I am an honest man seeking an honest means.
Well, thank you for not being a vagabond.
I mean, you did make me sleep outside.
Sir, have you not learned your lesson?
So fucking rude, dude.
He's
You called me a vagabond. I was just
don't
saying,
mind
yes, I am
him.
a vagabond.
Don't mind him. He's gone through a really rough time lately, and he's just coping right now. So
You wouldn't believe it.
This entire conversation is also happening with a bag over his head.
he's coping very hard right now.
I can tell. Goodness gracious, sir. Have ye no manners? I tell you what. I'm not going to give you the ruby. But perhaps I have something that can help you. She retreats
shit.
upstairs, and Ismark is like sat there looking like a dumbass, like not really knowing what to say.
I
'cause,
have
like,
a
the office-
ruby. I have a ruby we could trick him with.
True. Your ruby is still worth gold, though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Irina has a perfect fake replica of the ruby that she
No,
has on her brooch.
not a perfect fake replica, but she's going to go retrieve something else of like less value to her, right? I'll say that from the conversation so far, you've kind of gotten from her that like the gold value of the ruby is high, yes, but like the sentimental value to her means more.
Yeah. I don't care. I picked up on that. Don't care.
Oh no, he's becoming evil.
Well, he is a dirty little vampire, so. She comes back down after a couple of minutes with a diamond-laced gold necklace. The diamonds aren't like big and gaudy diamonds by any means. They're like rather small, but it is a like quaint, nice necklace that she has in her hands. Perhaps you can offer him this. While he is a shrewd businessman and an asshole, Periwimple does like shiny things.
Well, thank you. That is great to know.
Do you know why he was after specifically the ruby?
Indeed, it holds value to him above just like the sentimental value that it has to me or the gold value. He sees it as a way to break through the mist.
Exactly why would that be the case?
Because he's a fucking idiot. I don't really know. Somebody at some point must have told him that it can. Trust me, if it could have broken through the mist, I would not be here right now.
You've tried?
That's exactly what I would be thinking.
I have been to the edge of the mist, yes, and nothing happens.
Caelvo, can you do your thing where you detect the magicus items and things?
Yeah, I can detect magic if that's what you guys need.
It'd be interesting to see if it is magic.
Sure, my little friend, come over here, away from that man with the bag on his face.
Okay.
She, like, kind of brings you to a corner, leaving the other three and Ismark to themselves. Are you ritually casting Identify?
At this stage in his class, he has to. He can't cast it non-ritually.
Okay. After about 10 minutes or so of Caelvo, like, chanting in the corner and, different kind of magic swirling around, he identifies the necklace. Let me tell you exactly what you find. Not the necklace, sorry, the brooch.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
I have to find where I noted this.
Oh. I have to remember where I remember it from.
You find a touch of a couple of different schools of magic, actually. There's a touch of divination on the stone, transmutation, and enchantment.
That's fucked up.
So you detect those different schools of magic, but you can't really detect what they're used for.
Need the identify spell for that.
Here, I bet if Elizabeth kisses it, it'll turn into something amazing. You know how that story is where it's like a princess's kiss and magic activates?
Isn't that with frogs, typically?
You think I'm
not a princess.
That's so flattering. I'm not a princess.
Well, I don't know how to activate it. It's got transmutation, enchantment, divination. How to activate it, what it does, not sure yet.
Friend, there's no way in hell I know anything you're talking about.
So
This
it is
heirloom has been in my
magical?
family for generations, but yes, it is rumored to be magical, and I suppose your friend here has just confirmed.
There might have been a reason he was after it.
Oh, your heirloom
Perhaps.
here. It's very pretty, by the way. Probably protects you from stuff.
He believes that it will get him through the mists, which I don't believe is true.
My goodness.
I've been to the edge of the mist, and I mean, you guys can feel free to take a chance on it, I suppose, but
I don't understand why you had to make that deal.
you know what's funny? Alden can do whatever he wants to because you guys all betrayed him, so. Alden's just gonna do what Alden wants to do.
Poor Alden.
Look at him. That's exactly what I was thinking. Look at that
Do you
cheeky
believe
smile,
in
dude.
magic?
Well, I'm
Anyone
gonna
going
take
for it?
this necklace and go back to the periwinkles.
Okay. Alden takes the necklace and heads back to Periwimple's, whilst Irina puts the brooch in like her kind of like carrying case, right? She like tucks it away very like safely in there for her traveling. Do any of you follow Alden, or is Alden just going alone?
Can I notice where Irina tucks away that container?
So in terms of like exactly where in the bag, roll perception. It's like obvious that it's in her bag, but I'll say that without a perception roll, you wouldn't know exactly where.
Perception. I have +2, so maybe this be good.
If this is something the
That's a
party, sorry,
It's
Well-
a 13.
A 13. No, you know that she tucked it in like the like kind of larger of the holding space in there, but you don't know exactly where in there. You'd probably have to dig in it for a little bit.
What could have been?
Caelvo, what'd you say?
Oh no, I was just saying during this time, if this is something that would be allowed, he would take the scroll of shatter and start inscribing it into his book.
Yeah, I'd say that you have plenty of time to do that currently.
So that'll be his focus.
Alden,
Oh,
is
yeah.
you? Go ahead, Elizabeth.
In the free time, you kind of see Elizabeth like hunkered down and working on something, but she's trying to hide it, so you can't see what it is. Intermission.
So, Alden, you head to Periwimple's trade station, where he's now mostly packed up, I would say. There's still like a few lingering things. You see Periwimple himself kind of breaking down a table as you get there. The man with the monocle looks at you, a smile crossing his face. So, did you get it?
I wasn't able to secure it, but I have something that I think Mr. Periwinkle will like, and I pull out the like diamond necklace.
You see the big oaf kind of look over to you. Oh, that's really shiny. I like that. Shut up, Periwimple, you hear the younger man, or the smaller man say. That's not what we asked for.
How about it, Periwinkle? Will you silver my sword?
Give me persuasion.
Oh, that's terrible. I rolled a 7.
I'll let you do it with advantage.
Because it's a bribe.
Yep. And because Periwimple...
Nah,
likes it.
fucking 20. Dude, I am on fire today. That's the second one. That's the fucking second one, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll repair
I'm
it
not
for
even-
you. Or
I'm
I'll
not even
silver
using
it
my
for you.
normal dice today. Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it,
I'll silver
Periwimple.
for you. You see the shorter man go like, oh, what the hell? Fine, I guess. We'll silver it for you. And he like snatches the necklace from your hand. Periwimple goes, oh, I want that. Not until you're done silvering the sword.
Oh.
And yeah, they snatch it from you, and he says, all right, now go on your way. Damn it.
I look at him through the bag. Just kind of glaring him down, and then I leave.
See, there's like a moment where he kind of like gets a little bit of chills, and he's like, but I really don't like that guy. There's something really wrong with him, Periwimple. I don't know what it is.
Has becoming a vampire altered any of my senses?
I don't know, mechanically.
Everything feels numb.
Definitely, like, touch, I would say, is probably affected.
Taste. I think like the only thing that actually tastes good is blood. Like wine will taste disgusting to you. Any foods or anything normally?
I think your smell is still the same, if not heightened, right?
Might be slightly heightened, yeah.
I'll come in handy. At some point, I'm sure. Do I smell bitch?
Are you saying that to Periwimple?
No.
Or the... Okay.
I was just saying that'll come in handy later, and then making a joke.
Okay.
Fucking God, no! I don't say that to Periwimple.
And
I
so-
break in half.
So you make your way back to the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On your way back to the house, once again, you're kind of walking through a haunted city. It feels like there are people watching you. Every time you look, you don't see it, though. You don't really smell anything other than the scent of death, which you're probably not necessarily fully accustomed to yet, but you're getting there, considering you smell like death. And you arrive back at the home, where the rest of your party, along with Irina and Ismark, are waiting for you. Well, did he take the bait?
He did, and in fact, I've secured our weapon. Thank you.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Do you?
I mean, no, not really, if you must know.
Well, I think that answers your question.
So you don't feel good about yourself either?
Currently, no. I mean, I've died, gone to hell, and am stuck here. So, why would I be in any kind of a good mood, I guess?
Well, welcome to our little slice of hell for you.
Yeah.
I suppose that it's as good of time as any to begin our journey during the day.
Yeah. That's probably best. I'd like to get you there in one piece.
I agree.
Well, it will be a few days. Do you guys have a tent and everything necessary?
Yeah.
But a tent, yes.
Okay, good. Yes, it will be a few days, at least to Valaki, and then probably a day or so, I would imagine, to the crossroads.
Is my tent big enough for all of us?
I'd say that your
Definitely.
tent is big enough to fit, like, snugly, probably like 4 or 5 people.
So
So just
yeah,
enough.
we can make it. We can make it work. Okay.
Okay, and you guys begin on your journey to Valaki. You exit the town past the old, disgusting, decrepit house and mansion that you decided not to go into. You see the faces of 2 children in the windows. You pass by the church and the shallowly dug and undug grave of your friend Alden. And you begin down the road. As you begin down the road, the city of Barovia, or the town rather, begins to fall further and further in the distance behind you, until all that you hear is the sound of nature around you. We will just continue on this road for some time until we get to the crossroads. Eventually we'll come to a bridge before we enter the forest.
Have you traveled this way before?
Only once when I was a little girl.
So it kind of brings back memories then, I bet.
A little bit, I suppose you could say, yes.
Well, hopefully it hasn't changed too much.
It's definitely not the same that it once was, that's for sure.
No, that's a shame.
Hopefully it can give you some comfort, at least a little bit.
While we're walking along the trail, I'm looking for rats.
Okay. Give me a survival roll.
That is an 18.
Let me know when it's right before nighttime, too.
Okay. In 18, you find walking up to the bridge, I would say that you find probably like 3 or so rats before you get up to the bridge. They're quite plentiful here.
I take like a 2-foot long section of my hempen rope, cut it with like a rock or a dagger, and then untwist it to make smaller strands. And then I tie those smaller strands together to make little nooses, and I hang the 3 rats from the nooses around my belt.
You're becoming just your everyday huntsman.
It just reminds me of a
hairs.
plague doctor. And sometimes they just have weird shit on their belt, like rats.
We
Very
have to
true.
get him a plague doctor mask.
I used to have a couple.
That's awesome.
They were
I think it
really
would be funny if I like portrayed to be a plague doctor. What is this? What is this one? Plague!
I
Have
always wanted to play a plague doctor vampire. I just thought it would be so cool.
As you approach the bridge, you now have 3 rats on your back that are tethered there. You come upon what can only be described as a scene of carnage. You see multiple bodies on the other side of the bridge from which you stand are now completely and utterly decimated by something. From this angle, you can't really tell, or this distance, rather. But you do find that something is awry. There's blood gushed everywhere, guts hanging out, buzzards eating for the innards of these poor victims. And 2 people approach you from the other side of the bridge. They stay on the other side of the bridge, though, and kind of wave you over. Hello there, do you mind giving us some help?
Okay.
With
What are
what?
the state of these people? What do they look like? What do their intentions look like?
Well, insight.
I'll get in on that as well.
I got a 6.
I got a fucking nat 20 plus
Let's go.
4.
Let's go. Is
I
that your
got a
first one of the
20
campaign?
motherfucking 4. Maybe.
I think it is. I think that's your
Nice.
first
I'm
nat 20 of the
getting shit
campaign.
rolls, so that might be the first 20.
Let's go.
I got a
Dude.
natural 2 plus 4. It was on 20 for a second, then just rolled over to 2.
Elizabeth, you can see that these people, well, on a nat 20,
Plus 4.
these people don't pose you any immediate threat. They don't seem like the greatest of people in the world, but on a nat 20, I'll say that you can determine that they don't really seem to be, like, trying to be threatening towards you right now.
Okay.
I would say
I
that
got
you
my
would think
eye
that
on
at least regarding them, you don't believe they're going to attack you on a nat 20.
Okay. I'm just keeping my eye out on it.
Yeah, Caelvo's already hopping over to see what's going on.
Caelvo's like halfway across the bridge before Elizabeth like gives the go ahead.
Yeah.
I go.
As you guys approach, you see a man and a woman, about middle-aged or so. They're like dirty. It seems like they haven't really cleaned in some time. Their clothes are a little bit tattered and dirty, but they themselves don't look like too disheveled. It's just maybe they haven't been to civilization in some time. Greetings. He like is kind of like heavily breathing. We just came upon this ourselves, but we were out looking for a family. Would you mind giving us a little bit of aid?
I'll help. Chirp, see if you can hop around and help too. And he'll use his familiar to scout about.
Where are
I
you
don't
from?
have any way of helping.
Well, we're from around here. When Count Strahd came in and decimated the village, we've been living out in the forest ever since then.
You're from Barovia, originally.
Originally, yes.
I point to the bodies and say, "Do you have any ties to these people?"
No, we don't really know them too well. We
I
actually came
immediately
out...
start going through their stuff.
Okay. You don't find much. They're just townspeople.
Do I smell anything in the air?
Death.
Yeah. I guess that is very, very prominent right now.
Yeah, I'll even... Give me a perception check with advantage due to your senses.
Go. Finally rolled decent. 23.
Awesome. On a 23, I'll even say that you not only smell death, but there's like a tinge of something similar to like necrosis and death. You smell plague, but it's not as like pungent as the like death and necrotic smell that you're getting.
Something festering nearby.
While I'm still
Indeed.
going through their pockets, well, I can't get diseases, so...
You don't find a whole lot on them. You find like a couple of copper coins, like a little bit of rations, but really nothing else. I will say though, the smell of their blood tempts you.
This is pretty fresh carnage.
Yeah, I would say like within the day.
What kind of roll do you want me to roll?
Um,
I rolled a 14 on the die. I'm just trying to see
give
what
me
you
Constitution.
want. Alrighty, let's see what my con score is. Okay, 16.
You can feel free to narrate how it like affects you, but it doesn't break you.
These are the first dead humans I've come across since becoming a vampire. You can see as we got closer, I stood taller. You know, like I've been kind of sulking a little bit. I stood taller. From the little bit you can see of my eyes through the mask, my pupils have dilated closed, like I'm really focused on something.
There's like a stain on the front of the bag.
Yeah, and like my eyes, when you can see them, there's no jittery back and forthness or like any natural movement of my eyes. It is my eyesight is a very unnatural experience if you catch it. It's not like I'm looking at you, but that I'm looking through you.
And the two people who are still there with you guys, once again, a man and a woman. The man is holding a crossbow, but he's like holding it kind of down to his side now that you approach. It's like a smaller crossbow too. I would say that it's nothing like massive or heavy or anything. Yeah, we got hired by someone in the village a couple of weeks ago to go searching for their family after Strahd's little invasion, and haven't turned up anything.
Seems a long hope in this land.
Indeed.
We're unfortunately on another task, but if we're in the area again, we can keep an eye out. What are we supposed to be looking for?
It was a family of 5. Actually, excuse me, 4. You can see that, like, he's quite, Elizabeth, on that 20 from earlier, you see that this man, now that you're closer, is, like, quite worn down. And even the rest of you with your insights, it's, like, not hard to see that this dude is, like, pretty exhausted. Maybe doesn't get very good sleep out here. The last place that we haven't searched, really, in the immediate vicinity, he kind of points over to this area.
You have to, like, drag me somewhere. I'm, like, in the middle of the woods. I can't see anything.
Over there to the south, we haven't really searched that area of the forest yet, but everywhere else I feel like we've searched. If they're not over there, I don't know what to say. We could use a bit of a break, though.
If they were being chased, they could have run further afield.
Indeed.
Would you like to come with us and look?
I must be entirely honest with you. I think that we would like a rest. Though, if you would prefer to wait for us, then we can go with you.
What
time
do you
of
think?
day
And I
is
look to
it?
everybody else.
Time of day does it look like?
You're like mid-afternoon, like 5 to 6, maybe even at the latest. Like you're still a couple hours off darkness.
Pretty decent time, I suppose, to go ahead and settle down.
Yeah, Caelvo's just
Who
looking
wants
for
to go?
clues for any signs of direction, number, urgency.
Direction of like whoever did this to these people.
Or aren't we looking for survivors? Isn't there like
Yeah,
what-
so you're
We can
looking
do that.
for the people that have come across you. Said that there might be people off in like the southern kind of area of the forest over here.
Okay, so we know a direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not gonna hunt them. We're gonna sleep over first, right?
I mean, if we're doing a rest so that they can get their rest, I mean, it's up to you guys.
I think we should. There's
I'm
nothing wrong
comfortable
with-
with numbers.
Yeah, I think it would be better to
Sure.
stay together.
Okay. With that, you guys begin setting up your tent on the other side of the bridge. The other people kind of have like a smaller kind of like makeshift tent. It's like one of the ones that like has like a single stick that kind of like sets the opening, and then it's like somewhat of like even a cornucopia kind of like shape, right? Like there's really not a whole lot of protection that it provides, but if it rains, they'll probably stay dry mostly. and they bring out some like really tattered bedrolls as well, just to kind of like keep them off of the ground mostly. And you see the woman kind of just collapse into one of the bedrolls while the man kind of like sets his light crossbow up against like kind of nearby tree stump, sits back down, and he begins kind of like gathering wood for a fire for you guys.
Elizabeth would start trying to set up the tent, but it would not go over very well. But she'd be pretty stubborn to ask for help.
She's like the kind of person who gets really frustrated, but like just won't ask for any help at all.
Yep, absolutely. Do I need to roll to see if I can figure out to set up the tent?
Yeah, roll survival.
The instructions are in a different language.
No, the instructions are sold separately.
That's so
Oh yeah, those are an extra 50 gold.
Yeah.
No way! I got another fucking 20.
Let's
Okay.
There's
go.
no fucking way.
Jesus, dude.
You got
We're
a
on
20 on
fire
setting up
tonight.
your
I got
tent.
a 22.
Dude, I wasted one earlier finding some rats, dog.
The fucking
I rolled a
tent,
nat 20 the
dude,
first time to
like,
find some rats.
I'll say on
those are
I don't
nat 20.
understand why this keeps happening to me. I feel like I can't do something and then I'm really good at it. I just don't understand.
You on a nat 20, like, initially have a hard time setting it up, and you're kind of intimidated by it even because you, like, are well aware that you don't know how to do this, and then it's like you just somehow happen upon the correct configuration, and it just all falls into place really easily, and you're like, oh, why can nobody figure that out themselves?
I didn't even have to mansplain how to put together a tent.
And you eventually get your tent like put together extremely well. It's like very taut and stuff. Even though the tent itself isn't like the most high-end tent you've ever seen in your entire life, you even do some like little things to kind of like spruce it up and like make it a little bit better. And
She's got a red carpet she rolled out of the entrance.
Couple of lanterns, I think, so I would put them in the corners to make the like mood lighting in there, make it real cozy. I would put my bedroll in the best place. Since I set up the tent, I would put mine in the best place, and then I would tell Irina to set up hers in the best place. And then after that, okay, boys, the tent is ready if you want to put your bedrolls in there.
Azricus is currently like putting some sticks up next to it, like a fallen over tree, like an old dead tree, and like putting his cloak up as like a cover. He's like, "I'm good." And ties off like his cloak around the piece of wood and sticks it into the ground to hold it up as like a little like lean-to against a dead tree.
Are you sure about this? I mean, I don't have a bedroll. I'm comfortable on the ground.
I'm definitely just going to sleep on the ground outside.
It's
I've
Brae
spent more
in
than my fair
this.
share of time. I've got a bedroll. Puts his
so
bedroll under his little lean-to.
Irina, are you gonna... I mean, I'll take it all by myself. I mean,
Irina definitely like puts down her bedroll inside of the tent, and
what
like
I
makes
thought
a
about.
comfortable spot.
I guess it's just gonna be us girls in here.
Well, Caelvo will be there, but he'll be on the ground, inside.
Oh yes, that's fine too.
So I have a question for you specifically, Alden. Considering you have 2 new compatriots with you at the moment, how do you spread your grave dirt on the ground?
I don't.
Are you like setting up anything like a bedroll or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to set up a bedroll.
Okay. So as you kind of set up your bedroll outside, the two are kind of watching you guys, but also kind of keeping to themselves. They're gathering small bits of wood to kind of get like a fire going. The woman is like nearly passed out at this point. You can kind of see that her eyes are like kind of coming and going. Her eyes are definitely getting heavier. And I'll say with that, we can go ahead and end the session there and pick up next week.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe and like and share the video, ring the notification bell, and show up to next session on time. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah.